Hi, it's Karen.
And Tim.
From Stamping on the Back Porch. Welcome to another episode. And we'll have fun today playing with some new stuff.
Yes, we will.
So it's also the first day of February, so a lot changes at the beginning of each month. I like it when February comes because we get through January. February's a short month, and then March starts feeling like spring. So it's all good. We've made it this far. So Tim is busy looking to see
if
we have people on. Yeah, he didn't have to be told. He wanted me to point that out to you. I didn't have to say, Tim, what are you supposed to be doing right now? So there are new celebration choices that you can choose starting February 16th. As demonstrators, we can order them now, but I will put a link so that you can see them on the Facebook page. Some great new products. So I just love that they do that they add some in the middle of celebration. Oh, good. We do have people on. So, hi, Grace, Kim, Lareed, Tammy, Peggy. Good. Peggy's liking the paper share she got. Karen, yeah, it's miserably cold here. And, we have the Super Bowl this weekend. So it is, people are going to get a real taste of Minnesota cold, and it's going to be way below average. So, but people are really dressing up warmly. I guess there's a lot of activity going on downtown. I am going nowhere near anything. I've said it's going to be a lovely weekend to stay in the house and craft and avoid all those roads. So, oh, good. We got a whole bunch of you on. So wonderful. And then the other thing, we have the Minnesota Card Extravaganza. We have another one a week from Saturday. They come up so soon, and then I realize I haven't been talking about them. So if you live in Minnesota or you know anyone that does, we would love to have them come. And so here's going to be the schedule. It is February 10th and March 10th and May 19th. And I know some of you, especially that are in nearby states, have talked about coming for like a girls' weekend or something, bringing a car full of people. If anyone wants to do that, May might be the time to do that. But if any of you want to do that, we'll do something extra on Friday evening. That would be really fun for all of you out-of-towners. So I said, because we would just love to meet more of you. So keep that in mind, and then, we live, and where the church is, it's all close to the Mall of America. So, if you're a shopper, you can go there. We can find lots of things to do.
Karen and I spend a lot of time
there. We're not shoppers, but in case. Thanks for sharing, Karen. We love it when you guys share. So keep that in mind about the Minnesota Card Extravaganza. And let's see, what else did I want to say? Oh, and the new online class. You guys, we've gotten just a lot of great comments. I so appreciate the people in the class. People are sharing what they make. And, it's like Linda MacArthur said, it's like having a Pinterest board that's just all doing the same folds or items, whatever, but totally different ideas. So very specific and yet totally different results. So it's been really fun to get to know a lot of you. The new one starts on Monday. We do a new one every month. And the cost is $25, but if you're on my mailing list, you get a 40% discount. So it's only $15. So if you're not on my list, the first thing you want to do is go to KarenTitus.com and sign up. There will be a pop-up, or there's a thing on the right, because then you'll get the code. Now, if you have the code, you just go to KarenTitus.com or StampingOnTheBackPorch.com, and one of the choices on the top is online classes. It's a drop-down, so just click on that and it'll drop down and you'll see the One Sheet Wonder. That's our next one. We're going to do 2 One Sheet Wonders each week. So at the end, you'll have 8 different ways of creating, really quick and easy cards. And they're all going to look so different. It's going to be really fun. Some people will take it over the top and add all kinds of stuff. Other people will leave them very plain. So it's just very fun. Hi, Nancy Joyce. Oh, Holly Sutton is on here. So Holly, where are you still at your friends in Chicago, or are you partway across Illinois? We have no idea where you are. I caught your cards, but I don't know where that community is where you did your coffee and cards this morning. So Holly has been on a 2-week trip, and actually it's gotten to be longer than that because she had to buy a different car when her car broke down. But she's coming back tomorrow sometime. And Saturday night, she is doing her monthly paper pumpkin. It's free. Just go to her website to see it. I think it's at 7. She puts together her paper pumpkin, but then she also shows you alternative ideas. So it's another time that you can grab your January paper pumpkin, or you can just watch, or you can get yours and create with her. So just kind of a fun creating over stamps time. So go to Handcrafted Blessings by Holly to catch that. Oh, Roz, that's so nice. Roz is saying she loves the classes. The live class is so much fun. And, you know, I will stay on as long as people have questions. So it's just a fun time to be talking and getting to know each other and seeing different ideas. So, and Holly, wonderful. Holly is almost to Wisconsin, and she's going to meet with one of my other downline there, Connie DeStella, together. So just know that as we travel, and she met with another of my downline down in Phoenix. So, she and I both, you know, when we're traveling, and she is kind of the world traveler here. She is very, very happy to stop and see any of our downline and just connect because, you know, we love having a long distance team. So it's great. Yeah, it's freezing cold here too, Renee. It's great.
As long as the world can be accessed by her car.
That's right. And here's the amazing thing. Do you know what kind of car she got?
A RAV4.
RAV4, and we have 2 RAV4s. So we'll have 3 RAV4s in our driveway. So.
And because hers is newer than mine, I might have to give her a garage space.
Oh, I don't know if Tim can give that up. So I said, but anyway, it's all good. Oh, Mary, thanks. I just love getting testimonies from you guys, so that's great. Oh, and Andrea got a follow-up call from Tim and had a nice chat. Oh,
yes.
However, is that nice? I've
fun.
asked him, I said, you know what, why don't you take some of these people that have requested catalogs and just make some random phone calls and check in with people. And he's actually had a good time doing that. So you never know when you might get a call from Tim. So he said that was fun. So, yeah, one of us would be glad to come to Rochester. So that's no problem. So if you don't want to come here. So remember, we're also open to doing either. You can always have a home party, and those are free, like we've always done, if you want to travel and either of us to come when we're on our way through. And people make 2 or 3 cards, or you can do like what we do up here and do more of a quantity if you have the space, and have people pay $20 to make 10 cards, and you know they want to order fine if they don't. You know, it's whatever. So we can bring a class to you, and then we're not paying rent if we do it at your house. So that's why we can do it a little bit cheaper. But anyway, if you have any ideas for anything you would like from us, we are game for anything. So let us know, because we just love that.
And
the extravaganza is a week from this Saturday. And it is, so it's easy to remember because it's February 10th and March 10th. And then we go to May 19th. We do 5 times a year, but we're doing 3 during celebration. Because winter, we might as well do that.
Can I just say something about my conversation with Andrea? Andrea said that she was watching Facebook Live and her husband walked through the room and she says, "Here, this is something you should be doing with me." And I think what she said was he kind of rolled his eyes. So.
Yeah, okay. Brenda says, we have 2 cars? I thought you shared. Well, we kind of do because our one car has like
300,000 miles.
Yeah, way over 300,000 miles. But it is the easiest car for my mom to get into because it's got the best, even both are RAV4s. It has somehow better leg space. So actually we keep that second car just for transporting her. So, you know, it just kind of stays in the garage. And then whenever she has doctor appointments, I take it out. So that's the only reason we have 2 cars. Because yes, we were ready to share. Probably the other reason is our other car has over 220,000. And you know, at that point, sometimes if the car's in the shop, it's nice to have a second one. But we have had so much good luck with our RAV4s that they're just hardly ever in the shop. So it's just really good. So yeah, that's kind of...
The one car that Karen refers to is way over 300,000. It just seems like it's just under 300,000, but
it is. Oh, I thought they were both over. Anyway, they're 100.
It just
let me just say we've never owned a car that had under 100,000. So you know it kind of just doesn't matter. But those RAV4s, they go and go and go. So we're all good. Back on topic.
we're at a new point in our Facebook Live. Now we have sponsors.
Our
new sponsor, yes. Toyota pays us a lot of money to do their advertising.
Yeah, if only. That's right. That would be pretty hilarious. Okay, and then there is, of course, a new code. And then we'll get busy here. It is FPE R27JQ. And you can always find this by going to KarenTitus.com or stampingonthebackporch.com, and it will be on the right and at the bottom of each post. It always says that. And of course, my last announcement, but I will show you things with that.
Diana has a 2015 RAV4.
Okay. What years are ours?
98 and 2000.
A 98 and 2000. Okay, yeah, so I'm sure hers will be newer. We are thinking about getting a newer one. So maybe we'll have to see what Holly got and then just get a newer one than her. No, we'll just keep trading these RAV4s in our driveway. Because as we're looking at doing a lot of road trips, we're thinking, well, maybe something with lower mileage might be good, but we're going to go for the same car. Yeah, I wish, if only, Kim. Okay. Oh, Diane says her husband helps with some things. That's great. So, each month there's a new card kit. And this month, and I generally pick a bundle because I'm not allowed to send stamped images. And I want to make sure whatever I send you, you can complete without having to buy the bundle that I'm talking about. So therefore, I only use the framelits. But then I also, throughout the month, will share a lot of other things. So this month, we're using the Petal Palette. This is a really popular set. I thought I would look this up once. So I thought it would be really fun to use this one. It has so much variety in the stamp set, and then it has framelits to go with them. So it's great to get them together because then you get a 10% discount.
Then you don't have to fussy cut like Karen does.
That's right. That's the stamp set. I fussy cut 60 some pieces. So I was going to just show you first a couple of cards from the set. And what you get from me in a card kit is 3 cards to complete and then an extra completed card for the 3. But aren't these just lovely? And of course, this first one is from Ginger Schneider, and the name fell out of this one. I've shown it before and given the name, so sorry about that. Sometimes that's the problem when I, take them out of their sleeves. It's easy to lose the other. So those are just other cards, and and that's just so cool because of what she did in here. So now I'm going to show you one of the cards that you'll get in the card kit. I only just show one. The other 2, I couldn't show you even if I wanted to because they're not planned. But I send them out the middle of the month and then the end of the month. So whichever time you order. But I thought this was just really a fun spring card using the framelit. So just a very soft look. Of course, you could make it a very bright look because you get a lot of choices. Then I'm going to have Tim pull this down. But that's kind of the little sneak peek of one of the cards that you will get in the card kit. And of course, the card kits are free if you place a $50 order in my online store. Okay, so I was going to show one other thing with this, and then we'll go on. Okay, you can put that down. This is just another fun idea using that. We're going to be using Brushos today. So this is one that I already did, and I'm going to put it on my card. This one is actually with the watercolor paper, and I know sometimes with that it's so much thicker that sometimes I like to use, I didn't think about that before, so I use this on these 2 parts to keep it on straighter. This is the watercolor paper. I actually have found that I prefer using the shimmery white. You can use either. I was just going to show you a fun idea to do with this. Since I had this done, because a really cool thing to do with the Brusho is to do a whole bunch of backgrounds and then later decide what you're going to do with them. So this is what I'm going to do with this today. I am going to put this on the front of my card. Oh, thanks, Kelly. That's nice. And then I'm going to take this. Do you see how this is from the same stamp set? And I'm using the negative. And of course, the part I cut out, I'll use on another card. But, I think my thing might be a little messy, but we'll ignore. We'll just pretend I wanted those extra little dots in here. And then I'm going to put this on here. And I think that's really fun, how you can see through. Oh, good. Lisa just got hers. And this is, Monday night, people said they were interested in seeing that. So I said, yeah, we'll do that. And of course, I didn't open mine till yesterday afternoon, so I just played with them for a couple hours, but I said that's how I do things. I need a deadline. Yeah, the colors are very vibrant in this, but I thought, but isn't that a fun idea?
And if you want, you can just open this little piece up. Can you?
That's right.
Can you pick it up? Show what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh. See you could, because I didn't attach that down. And then Tim thinks that there's going to be a hidden message in there. He's going to look for it. But, yeah, and I really would tack that down. But I just thought that was another fun idea to do with that. Now, before we do the Brushos, I want to do some simple cards. Because, Brushos aren't going to be for everyone. It's for, those who like to get their hands dirty and do a little more. But the stamp set I'm going to use is the Beautiful Day, because I thought it was just easier to kind of use the same things.
I'm going to fix this for you, my dear.
Okay. And first, you know what, Tim? Do you know what I really need? I need the butterfly stamp that must be on the table out there.
Well, let's go look.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. I don't think we will go look. I think I'll send Tim to go look. But I wanted to show some simple cards using the stamp set first. So you're not thinking, Brushos are kind of the only things, I still, quick and easy is always going to be my thing. When you do something like Brusho, then you want to spend a couple hours, spend some time, create a bunch of stuff, and you can always come back later and finish your cards. In fact, that's what I'm going to be doing today. Monday night, we're going to share our finished cards. Wonderful. He found it.
My best guess, that is the butterfly. Yes.
So here is the butterfly. I really love grays and light colors together. So on this, I have my soft sky. I just put my words in basic gray. Well, thanks, Lori. Hi, Renee. Okay, and so I'm going to do my soft sky. So this is going to be very pastel-y, and my butterfly can go right over the words because it's just very soft. Okay, and so now I'll put this on. Sometimes you want things just in a hurry. And okay, and then I thought, now typically I would probably put a little gray layer on this, so I just thought, well, let's just do something different because we don't have to always do tons of layers. So instead I'm going to put a row of the washi tape on here. And this would have been smart to do before I put it on. This may or may not work, but you get the idea. So just a very quick card. And you know what? I'm gonna add, I might make it worse, might make it better. It just doesn't matter. I'm going to put a little up here too, but just ideally for this, the white should have been probably a little smaller. But I just like that soft look, how you can do that. So that's the first card. And now here is going to be another card. And as I said, I've really just gotten fond of this gray when you're just kind of doing a really soft. So that was gray with soft sky, and this time we have gray with the powder pink. And so these are going to be my layers. And I'm going to put a butterfly on here.
I fixed it, but now there's all kinds of other places that are popping up. So,
well, yeah, this should have been put on better. Or the other thing that, before I take a picture, I'm going to redo this one and put it on because we can do that, right? And what I'm going to do is pop it up, as I think, and then you just kind of see. So it'll be kind of fun. This is all just, you're seeing us create. It's all a work in progress, And
my job is to just make the project ultimately better. So
yeah, he wants to see what he can add to improve.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I'm going with the basic gray, and I'm going to stamp my butterfly on here, and this time I'm going to put it not over the words because it's also gray like the words. And you know what? That's not inked very well.
You know what? You should have used your little...
Oh, I'm getting ink on my fingers. I'm going to have to put a little glitter on here.
That you put it on?
Yeah, I could use that, but I think I just needed to ink this one better. Okay. But it's okay because what I'm going to do with it, you won't even notice. So I'm going to layer that on my white. And then on the gray. A few weeks ago, I shared paper piecing with the flower. If you remember, I couldn't find my flower card, so I probably gave it away. But I'm doing the same thing. So you can see how I put this on some designer series paper. And the only reason I stamped the butterfly first was so that I could get the antenna.
Because that fussy cutting
how cute is that?
Fussy cutting that is really
Yes, I did not want to mess with that. The flower and the butterfly, apart from that, are really easy to do. And then I'm just going to have to add a little glitter or something like there. So, and just another really quick card. For the centers of the stamp, you can even see it on here. I just didn't get it, so I'm going to show you what I'll do the next time here. And then, oh, there may not be a next time. So let me do it again on my scratch paper. This is what I should have done. When it's a large stamp, and even I was showing this with the pad, or maybe that was in class, anything that's a larger stamp, you really can scrounge around when you're using the basic gray, because it's, or the memento pads, because they're just different. And otherwise, I do this. I just walk across it, and then I check it. See, and I didn't do that. I was just impatient, because now it's perfect. Okay, so that's kind of the trick right there. And I believe I'm done with those. I'm going to give those to you. Okay, but I'm going to do one more card here. So, you know, you can also just do black and white and not have to color these in. So here is, and I would have words. I have room for words here if I want them. But then I cut out a second one because I thought this would be really pretty, just put on like that. I'm going to have to make two of these because I did these two ways. And I could put words there, or I could leave it, or I could just put some pearls there. So I'll do that. Yes, Connie, it's the same church. It's in Richfield, but it's right off 494. Yeah, 70th and Lindale, Oak Grove Lutheran. It's a fabulous church for us to meet at. But I decided to step it up even more and do it one more time on colored paper. So how fun is that? So again, I stamped it here to have the antenna, but also just have a little, I'm going to pop it up, and I thought, it's all right. I could put the same down here, but I just kind of liked it just like this. So it's all about possibilities, how you finish it. And this time I want the wings to fold open. So I am taking my glue dots and smushing them right down the center so they'll be nice and thin. And then I will put this in. And I like how it kind of goes down below here. It could all be moved over, but I just think that's another fun idea. Yes, I could add a little bling on the antenna. So when I do the photos for these, I may add some things, and I think I'll do a second one and do it this way because, it is just fun that you can just do them like this. This was one I shared a while ago with I might as well, share a couple of these before we go into the messy part too. That's just with the white and then has some of that black and white paper. That's so great. This is from Sandy Carlson. And this one is, I can get it open here. Look how pretty this one is too. I love how the words are slanted like that. I think that's really awesome. And this is embossed, and then it's just, I think with a blender pen colored in. You could use Brusho, but you could anything. This is Melissa Roberts. And one last one done with, I hadn't planned to do this now, but, and this looks like it was maybe painted with the Brusho. Yeah, this looks like the Brusho. I don't know, but well, whatever. And then one done with blender pens. And let's see, this one is Cindy Bauman. Okay, now, Wilma, I'm so far behind in my blogging, but my plan is after each Facebook Live, I take the pictures before I put them away and I add any bling or if I'm going to add anything. So I have the pictures there ready, and then I am going to write up the directions. So if you've got that. So we're going to go on to the Brushos. And this is not, I'm only going to share a few things. So, this is not a
Me too.
Be-all, end-all. So here are two of the butterflies that I did. Now this is shimmery white, and this is watercolor, and I really like the shimmery white. I'm really finding that that's my favorite. Let me see if I have a butterfly one here. So I did a couple that are embossed. I'm going to start with this. So I embossed the butterfly, and I'm going to explain how this was done. So I like having on hand the Aqua Painter, or you could just use a paintbrush if you don't have an Aqua Painter, and a spritzer or some little bottle with spray. And this first part, now this looks, well, I'll just show a couple of things. I don't even know how to do this because it's just all so messy. Oh, Tim, I need one more thing.
What?
There's a flat little silicone mat in there too.
Oh, yes.
Do you know where that is? Okay.
Well, we can't do without that.
No, we can't do without that because I have to have something to put my Brushos in. So these are my Brushos. And I was thinking it would be fun to, I haven't gotten it yet, but to get a little, those little trays for watercolor because you can mix your colors too and make different things. So we're just going to be using a silicone pad. They are just great for everything, you know. So what I'm going to do is just add water to the inside. And I'm wondering if this would be an odd card if I did this 2 different ways. Well, we'll see. I'm going to do this side.
Is the square one okay? We had 2 of them.
Yep, that's perfect. I'm going to just do half of it because I can do the other half later since we're just showing, okay? And with the Brushos, you want to put something like a little thumbtack in because otherwise it all goes all over, and this just helps you direct it. And now I'm going to just start putting, oh, I don't need to put it on that side because I didn't add water. Do you see it? See the difference here? It just doesn't really do anything. Okay, and whoa, now I'm going to add some red. Yeah, I just like the shimmer. It's okay, and I'm going to show then the other part. Now we're going to just let this dry. And what's really cool is after it dries, then I can turn it over and flip it, and all the dry stuff will come right off. So all that other isn't even going to matter. Now I will take this and just make sure, see if I missed any parts. It looks like I missed that. Just because I think, that's okay. I think that's probably in here and in there, but it doesn't really matter. Now on this other side, I'm going to show it. Yeah, so we'll just do it on one. We'll let it dry and we'll have 2 different looks. And that's okay. In between doing my colors, I'm just squeezing this to get it white again. And on my silicone mat, am I at a good place here where everyone can see? I'm going to put out some yellow and some orange and some red. Yeah, they are powders. And they're just very vibrant colors. And so they're just pretty fun. So now I'm just going to take this and put it right in here. And I will add as much water as I want, depending on what thickness. Now I'm going to be adding some color that's already in here, of course, because I'm not cleaning this off. And that's not too, see, this is supposed to be yellow, but I think because of all the color, let's see if this is going to be more yellow down here. Okay. I am right now doing what I did here, and you can see where I could have yellow, but it is mixing in with these. And then what I did next, I'll just take some red to just show this. Then I came back and just went around, whoa, this is a little wet. Okay, so here I'm just adding a little color like that. Now if you add too much, all you need to do is put a dry paper towel down. In fact, watch this. Okay, now how light that's become. So it's very forgiving because you can keep on going and just keep playing. So now I'm going to just put this around there and just let the colors blend. So that's what I did here. So you can just see there's a whole lot of blending colors going around because this is painted. And this side is going to be just the dabbed on part. So hopefully that makes sense. I see a little spot there. Okay. Now, if I wanted this more blend to be more watercolor, the other thing I can do, and I'm not going to do right here, but I can keep adding with my spritzer. Okay, so I'm going to just set this aside to dry. And as I said, we're going to finish all these cards. I'll turn them into cards. Now let's say I do want some spatters on this card. I have a couple of ways that I could add them. I'm going to do this. So here's going to be one. So I just want, just some little areas here, and I want a little yellow. And I can go over that because maybe we want some red. So I just want to just kind of see how this goes. And so you're just going to notice this because this time I want some background. We're going to pretend, okay? And do you see how it just kind of blends and mixes? Now another way I could do that. You know, Brusho is just different because I really love watercoloring with a water brush. I would always start with that as I just love watercoloring. It's like this is kind of another thing to add. That would be my opinion. What's interesting about this is you really have no control over, or very little control over what's happening. This time, I'm going to just sprinkle some colors up here around the top, just to add a little something. And I'm going to spritz it and watch what happens. So I think this is for an add-on for somebody who's a real crafter. That's my opinion, unless you love this look and you go with that. But, we could do a whole class on this. But techniques are techniques. They're all fun. Don't you just want to do them all? I mean, that's kind of the thing. And now, depending on where I squirt from, that will determine. See, as I bring this down, it's going to get more and more. Okay, so that's going to give me now some mixed in backgrounds of whatever I want. I could spray it more and make it all more of a watercolor look. And do you know, even when this is set, I could go back and spray this more and change the look. So, it's all interesting, but I'm going to leave it so you kind of see the dots. Now, I have a couple here that I'm going to turn into cards. I spritzed these a lot, and they almost look more like a watercolor. This makes me think of water splashing up and a sky. So I'm going to do something to turn this into scenery. But this almost looks more like a watercolor because you don't kind of see the thing. And yet it has all these little splashes and cool things. Okay, yeah, and here's another one. And I thought, well, these will be fun. So I will turn these into cards. So this was just playing around. But then I also wanted to show how you could do it that really leaves this. Yes, Roz says she loves playing, so she'll have to put them on her wish list. That's true. It's all about how you like to play. If you like to play with color, this is awesome. And this is one of the first techniques Tim says, oh, I want to learn how to do that. So next he's going to be up. And then I'll show you, you'll see even better on Monday night when you see these finished. Now here was another one that I did, and I have not cleared all what I do because it kind of turned out kind of dark. I'm not sure what I'll turn this into, but you can just see all the different look. This is a look you couldn't get with watercolors. So it's hard to even say. It's like, I like watercolor pencils. I like the Aqua Painters with the blend. I like the blender. I like all of the different choices depending on what you're doing. So I hope that's yes. And these backgrounds could be used with die cuts too. You're right. I could either make balloons out of these and do my punches now, or I could have punched my balloons and then die cut, or flowers. These could make some pretty flowers. So my thought is just, since I have these, I'm going to make a bunch, and then you'll see what I do with these are the raw materials. And now it is Tim's turn.
And you'll see what I do with this.
Yes.
Hello.
You can show me your finished card there first.
Well, I got a couple of stories to tell.
We'll settle in for story time.
So, this is my favorite wool hat. It's from Donegal, Ireland, hand woven. Anyway, this is a floppy, oversized hat, and it's perfect for allowing me to get a coiffed look on my hair. When I wash my hair, I put this on, and it just kind of forms really nicely. So we had Hank over a couple of nights ago, in the evening, and before he left, he says, Grandpa, he says, I hid some things in your office, and I don't think you'll ever find them. so the next morning, I get up, wash my hair, and I go look for my green hat, and I can't find it. And I says, did I leave it someplace? I've got to find that, because that's what I got to do. And then I remember what Hank said. He says, and I don't think you'll ever find it because I really hit him in a hard place. And so I started looking in hard places, like in drawers and behind things and all kinds of things. Finally, I just looked underneath the chair that was sitting at my desk, and there it was. Sitting on the ground, I picked it up, and underneath it was a stapler. So my stapler was hidden under this, and I'm glad I found it. So
joys of grandkids.
It is. So that's one of my stories. My other story is that I deliver to two Dianes, and the Diane that lives in Roseville, I delivered yesterday, and I told her what I was going to be doing, and she said, I'm not going to order that because it's just too messy. But she said, if I watch tomorrow and I see that you can figure it out and you can do it, I think I'll order it because I think I could probably do better than you.
So Tim
thanks,
loves that.
Diane.
Tim loves it. So here he is trying to convince her.
Okay. this is the card that I picked on Monday, which I just loved. And I said, you know, where did this come from? This is just beautiful. And Karen told me about this new, what's this technique again?
Brushos.
Brushos. And I said, I want to learn this. So anyway.
This card was by Deb Ives, and so that's his inspiration.
Yes, it is. Oh, before we even go any further, I got to show you what I did with my card.
This was his card from last week, so he picked out the backgrounds and did all the rest of the card himself.
And
so it's all good.
It took me about 20 minutes because I have so many different ways to position it, and I cut it down, and I kept cutting it down, and I cut it up, and I cut it down, then side to side I cut it.
And we can all relate to that, right?
But it was fun. So,
I love reading your comments, guys.
Karen said that I could actually put some no, what did you say?
Wink of Stella. Or anything if you wanted to make it a little. But it doesn't really show up that much on camera. I haven't done that yet. You know, so, since he's into the camera. Well.
Okay. We're going to go down.
Yes, and here's your paper.
Okay.
And if you want to spritz the back side of it first.
Oh, that's right. Did you do that?
No, but I didn't do any heavy.
Okay. I'm going to use
either side, yes.
I'm going to use the back side. How are we doing here? Okay. I think we're doing okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're good.
So this is smudged, so I'm going to spritz that. We're going to make that the back side. Now the reason we do the spritzing the back side is that it doesn't curl over. Right? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Karen told me to use 2 colors because if you use 3 colors, it gets kind of...
Well, I just said the more you add, the harder it's bet. He says, I'm going to do my own thing. So
I'm going to do my own thing.
You're right.
I am. So I don't know which one she said I should start with, but I'm going to start with the one that's sealed.
But do you remember what you do first?
Yes, I do. It's not going to do much good if...
Since he was asking about that particular technique. You have to squeeze it if water doesn't come out. So.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Look at that. That is beautiful.
Wow. You know, even just that much on a card could just be really fun as a focal point, and then add some things. It's whatever.
Wow. I love that. Look at that.
And it will just keep continuing to spread until it totally dries.
Isn't that nice? Okay. We're not going to spritz it yet. Look at that blue.
Because it isn't squeezed out.
Oh, I didn't squeeze it out. Oh, man. The things that I miss.
He needs an assistant. Excuse my reach.
No, I can do it. I know how to do it.
Okay. I just
thought I'd help
you along here.
But I forgot to do. No, I want more camera time, Karen. This is not good. So what we're going to do is we're going to spritz this. Woo! Man. Look at that.
So Diane, what do you think?
What do you think, Diane? It's going to put the order in right now? Okay, now.
Yeah, that's right.
What do we say when we get too much? We do a little dabbing. Ooh, a little dab will do ya. So I don't know. I'm not there yet, but this is fun, okay? Okay, we squeeze this out. So now we have pretty clear stuff over here, but it's still got blue in it. That's so weird. That looks like a little character from a cartoon.
Oh, it looks like
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Yeah,
it does, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? That's a Pikachu.
Just like that, and that would be
I planned that.
That could be fun. Pikachu looking out, having a nightmare or something. I'm not sure what, but you could do a little comment bubble. That would be adorable. Mm-hmm. Your grandson would probably like it, but instead he's going to move on.
See, there's just so much you can do with this. What haven't I used? Have I not used red? Is that red or orange?
I think that's red.
Oh, I'm using red again. See, Diane, I don't think you should get this. This is actually more work than I thought. Karen did such a much better job, but
Karen's into quick and easy. Tim is into
Karen
taking his time, it's all good, just different.
Karen played with it for 2 days, and I played it.
Nah, not 2 days, 2 hours.
It just felt like 2 days. Okay, I have no idea what this is going to look like when it's done, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun. Are you done? You going to add more, or are you finished?
You shouldn't give me that.
No, it's up to you.
I'm done.
Okay.
Should we put all these little tacks in, or is that...
You can leave it. I'll do that afterwards.
Okay. She'll do them afterwards, but I'm going to do one anyway.
Okay.
Just to say it can be done. Okay, that was fun.
So we have no idea what his finished card will look like. It won't look like the original, though, so it'll be fun. But that's what is fun about this, because you really get such totally different looks. So whether you like this look or not, you're going to see on Sunday all the other, how we end up finished thing. Now, do you see how these are drying? We get those looks on there, and then I'm going to do one that's just totally plain again, because I'm not sure I like that, but it's just about playing with techniques. So if I don't like this on a card, you know what I'm going to do? The first thing I would do is spritz it some more and see if it improves.
Ooh, yeah.
And instead just kind of go for more of a, I think that's dried in too many clumps. Second thing I'll do, what you'll see on my card on Monday night, I will cut this out, put it on another thing, and use the part that I like. That's how we do it, right? Oh, Kelly says you can blow with the straw to move the color too. Oh, that would be fun. This is a little,
What do you want to do? Go back?
yeah, it is a messier technique. So, and I agree, it isn't for everyone. And if you play with it, I'm sure you'd get much, much better than I am. But I will be glad to show you the finished cards, because that'll be fun. And, it's, we can revisit again later if people are interested or not. But once you get them and start playing with, then you kind of start seeing what you can do with them. So, and I'll show you this other one that we're working on. See, that's drying really nicely. I like that. Let's see if it's dry enough to flip off the... Yeah, because then I'll just flip off the other. But anyway, you'll see all those. So, do we have any other questions? Yeah, but it's all in fun, So, yeah. Oh, a star card with the color Tim's used. That worked. And, messy is good. It gives us time to be a kid again. And then we go back to... I love just kind of simple and elegant cards, so this is one of the cards again, in the card kit. But I personally always love cards like this. I think it's fun to play with some other things, and I love watercoloring, and I love, things like this. But we'll just see. I think that's it. Is there a white you could do to tone down the powders? What you do is you make it lighter by putting in less powder. So you can make it more watery and then use a dry ink, because you can mix and match all these colors, and especially the blue, a little goes a long way. And newbies like me tend to always overdo. I think that's just kind of part of life. Right? It's just kind of as we're playing with things. So
that maybe explains my card. Overdoing it.
Yeah, but you know what? You guys may absolutely love what he comes up with on Monday. We have no idea. And, maybe you'll just love the finished products, and maybe you'll say, well, that was an episode I won't ever share again, so it's all good.
I'm actually, my card is growing on me.
Okay. Yes, you can mix and match and make your colors, and that's what I was thinking about with, when it dries out. I mean, this will just sit here so I can use it again, these dry things. So I was going to play with mixing and matching some colors right on the silicone pad, because nothing sticks. These are great. But an even better idea would be to put them in those little watercolor things with the little ovals and make some different colors in there. So you can play, because you also have green. So you can, conceivably you can get most any color.
Do you have any idea what she just described?
No. Oh, Tim could add an outhouse.
I could.
Oh, to my background, just saying. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that is it. So remember the card extravaganza if you are in Minnesota. And if you want to think about a road trip here, let us know, because we'll make it worth you coming. So, and you don't want to come in February, but in March or May would be good times.
And if any of you are here for the Super Bowl, come say hi.
If you want to stand, yeah, sure. If you paid $9,000 to go to that, I don't think they'll have time to fit us in. Sorry. And then just remember all the other fun cards that we did today. So I will try to get those up on my blog. And we will see you on Monday night. And remember, the new class starts Monday night. So you'll want to get registered so you're not missing anything if you want to do that. Only $15 for all 4 weeks. And we're going to, you know, when you learn new things, you can learn to be creative. And I just think that's such an exciting thing that, you know, I think I used to think you were either born with creativity or not, you know, and it kind of made you feel like that in art school back when I was in grade school, and I certainly didn't have it. But now I've just come to see that we really can learn to be creative. And I think one of the fun things about our group classes are all learning one idea, but then interpreting it our own way, you know, so we're not doing look-alike projects, you know, and that's always just like kind of an amazing thing.
Cindy has a guess on what brushes are made out of.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go back and see that.
Well, ground up watercolors?
Oh, it could, you know, and I even did know, you know, I should know that, but there probably is something like that, and that's why they're so brilliant. If you're in my downline, you get to take my online classes for free. So you just go over there and request to join. Everyone else, you can do PayPal or check. There's a link, and if you link to PayPal, you can pay a PayPal with a credit card, so you don't need to have PayPal. But when you go to that page, if you click on that, you'll pay by check. We still put you in the class because we know you're gonna, you know, I won't wait for your check to arrive. So you'll be in the class for a couple weeks. Then if your check hasn't arrived, then Holly, or if Karen has misplaced it, not like that would ever happen, but you know.
Is there any cookies in anyone's future?
Oh yes, and Tim is making cookies.
From scratch.
Probably either Monday or Tuesday, and sending them out to new people have joined. And so you have until then to actually join. And did you know, I just saw this and I didn't know if this was a change. You know, there's just even more bonuses. So just talk to me about if you have any interest in the kit, because we'd love to have you join us. And we have I do Facebook Live with my downline right after this, and we just always have fun too. So, you know, we just keep the fun going, and then when Holly travels, she goes to visit whoever. So anyway, it's all good. We appreciate you guys. And I think that's enough rambling, but thank you guys. I think that Kathy says she never felt artistic, but has learned to be creative. And I think that's such an exciting thing, because I really believe that we were born to be creative, just in how we look at things and we think and things. But I think we aren't taught to appreciate that and value that. And, you know, instead we kind of just turn into this. So to feel like becoming creative, and I hear so many stampers just say, you know, now I just look at things differently. You look at color and design differently. In fact, that's another monthly class I would love to do, just on different ways that we can do to be creative, to actually learn. So anyway, I have so many ideas for classes we can do, but life is short.
Respond to Kathy Murphy's.
Okay. Oh yeah, Kathy's saying, I'm going to read her comment because this is such a nice testimonial. The Funful class was a great example of how we can use the same technique, the cards come out so differently. It's been fun to seeing what everyone does and how you can go from fun to more classic looking cards, all depending on your paper colors. And there's something great about that, because then you start seeing there's no end to possibilities. And I just think that's just a really good thing for ourselves, and how lucky we are to enjoy doing a craft that we can also use to touch other people's lives. You know, who doesn't love to get a card to be thought of? And part of the fun in even stamping, like when I'm making my cards for some of my downlines, my customer thank yous and stuff, it's like, and my card kits, it's like creating that, but thinking about the people these are going to and how much they mean to me. And that's how it is in your own life, you know. So on that note, you know, Valentine's Day is coming, and I'd love to encourage everyone to send one Valentine to somebody who you know would not be expecting it. And then tell us who you sent it to. I'll actually start a post on that, because that would be fun. I love doing that. We have to think a little bit out of the box, because again, that's creative. What creative things can we do to be thoughtful? The Brushos that we sell come in the 5 basic colors. So then you mix and match to make more. So it's red, yellow, orange, green, blue. So your 5 basic colors. You know, little kids, yeah, like Lee was talking about, our kids used to draw it. Our kids too, and they made some fabulous things that we just love. But it's just amazing how when you get old enough to start comparing yourself, typically in our schooling culture, you kind of compare yourself and you decide, you know, you just decide you can't do it anymore. And I don't know, it's just, but it's fun to think that you can be, you know, 80 and find your creativity, you know. It's just very, very fun. And it can spill into all parts of our life, so. Thanks, you guys, for watching. We appreciate you all. Oh, Tina, do you do double cards? Her husband's birthday is Valentine's Day. Does he get double cards from you or none? I know.
A birthday card with a heart.
Have a wonderful weekend. Hope you find time to create and play. And we will see you on Monday night.
And go Vikings. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
They're not in the game.
Yeah, okay. And have fun watching the Super Bowl if you watch. I'll be watching somehow, mostly crafting and looking up sometimes. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.